Swedish teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg delivered an impassioned speech criticizing world leaders at the United Nations Climate Action Summit in the UN headquarters in New York on Monday. Fighting back tears, the 16-year-old activist had one question for world leaders: how dare you, as she called them out for failing to take drastic measures against climate change. Here are more details. You've stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. Addressing the summit, Thunberg said, "This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean." She berated world leaders, saying, "You've stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. Yet I'm one of the lucky ones." Last year, Thunberg started a school strike outside the Swedish parliament demanding stronger climate action. "We are at the beginning of a mass extinction," Thunberg said. "People are suffering. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We're at the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For over 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. Love World News. Stay updated with the latest happenings. Yes, notify me." Climate action. Thunberg believes current climate policies aren't enough. Thunberg also criticized the current push to cut emissions by half in a decade, saying that it gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees Celsius. This, she added, comes at the risk of triggering irreversible chain reactions. She also pointed out that many of those figures fail to include feedback loops, tipping points, air pollution masked additional warming, and aspects of justice and equity. "How dare you pretend this can be solved with business as usual," Thunberg said sternly. "How dare you continue to look away? How dare you pretend that this can be solved with business as usual and some technical solutions? With today's emissions levels, that remaining CO2 budget will be entirely gone in less than 8.5 years. Thunberg also encountered United States President Donald Trump. She said, "How dare you come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight." She added, "If you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you'd be evil, and that I refuse to believe." At the summit, Thunberg also encountered United States President Donald Trump, who made a brief appearance. Thunberg, along with 15 others, filed lawsuit with UN. Thunberg was seen glaring at the US president as he passed by her. The glare has now gone viral. Shortly after her address, Thunberg, along with 15 other child activists, filed a legal complaint with the UN against 5 countries for violating their human rights. Complaint names Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany and Turkey. The 16 children named Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany and Turkey for not meeting their emissions goals, as agreed to in the 2015 Paris Agreement. The other activists include Alexandria Villasana, Iacomello Thaffa, Carl Smith, Carlos Manuel, Caterina Lorenzo, Chiara Sacchi, David Ackley III, Deborah Edigbile, Ellen Ange, Iris Duquesne, Litany Kabua, Raina Ivanova, Rantan Anjan, Razlan J. Bailey, and Ridhima Pandey. Share this timeline. Climate Action Summit, Climate Change Climate Summit 2019. Donald Trump, Greta Thunberg speech, New York. Trump, UN Climate Action Summit, Climate Summit, Climate Summit 2019, Summit 2019, United Nations, UN, United States, US President, Alexandria Villas, Alexandria Villasana, Iacomello Thaffa, Carl Smith, Carlos Manuel, Caterina Lorenzo, Chiara Sacchi, CO2, David Ackley III, Deborah Edigbile, Iris Duquesne, Litany Kabua, Paris Agreement, Raina Ivanova, Rantan Anjan, Razlan J. Bailey, Ridhima Pandey. Swedish Parliament, United Nations Climate Action Summit, United States President Donald Trump. Let's block ads. Why?